Hi, my name is Jeff Usry, and I'm the owner and proprietor here at Total Bowling Gear in Overland Park, Kansas, a suburb of Kansas City on the Kansas side. I grew up bowling in Tonganoxie, Kansas at a little center called Palace Bowl. It was a 12-lane wood bowling center, an average cheeseburger, a small broken pool table, some arcade games that nobody liked to play. But Tonganoxie was about a town of around 2,500 people when I grew up. And back in 1988 when it opened up, there really wasn't anything else to do in Tonganoxie, Kansas. And so I went to Palace Bowl every night and worked on my craft, worked on my bowling game. And I've loved it ever since and been involved in the sport of bowling ever since. Every job I've ever had since I graduated from college is in the sport of bowling. From owning my first ever small pro shop inside a bowling center in Topeka, Kansas, to working at Jayhawk Bowling Supply, brand managing for Hammer Bowling, and now the owner-operator here at Total Bowling Gear. We love the challenge that it presents to us. We love our customers here in the store. We really love the unique atmosphere that we try and create for our customers, and we hope that you'll come by someday and check it out as well. My favorite thing about Total Bowling Gear is the reason that we exist. After traveling the world and seeing pro shops inside of bowling centers, some freestanding pro shops here and there, I always thought that bowling could be done differently. For about 15 years I had had this vision of opening a full-scale bowling retail store. And what that meant in my mind was having product in stock when a customer wanted it. Having a free-flowing space that people could actually shop in, instead of just being crammed into a small bowling center pro shop. It really was the vision of having a true retail store versus a quote pro shop themed around bowling. And so we created this space, Total Bowling Gear, which is over 4,000 square feet in Overland Park, Kansas. And so far it's been a wild success. It presents a lot of challenges to us that we didn't anticipate when we got into this store. Everything from monitoring our customers and making sure that people are taken care of on a timely basis, getting the balls drilled, getting all the work done on time, and even to things like just cleaning the space. Things you don't think about when you enter into a space this big. But so far it's been a fantastic success, and we appreciate all the customers that come by here. But that challenge, that vision to create something that was new, something that was very different in bowling, something that I believe bowling deserves, a true retail storefront, is the reason that we're here. I taught bowling instructional classes for pro shop operators around the world for years, and one thing I always challenged those operators with is the question, would they shop from themselves? And so when we built out this store, Total Bowling Gear, with all of the inventory, the decorative, the floor plan, we always started to challenge ourselves with, would we shop with us? You know, is this a place that I would choose to shop in if I were a customer in the bowling retail market? When I go to shop for things, whether it be clothes, groceries, new tires, whatever it might be, I'm looking for three things when I go shop. I want a good quality product, I want it at a good price, and I want outstanding service. And on top of that, I usually want that product right now. We offer that here at Total Bowling Gear. We've got great quality products with a huge selection, outstanding service at a very fair price. And so if those are things that you value when you go shopping, if you're looking for product now, then come over here to Total Bowling Gear. We've got your stuff in stock when you want it, with all of the latest brands, products, and services in the marketplace. My favorite thing about bowling is the lifelong friendships and the camaraderie that it creates. Bowling typically really isn't an individual sport. There are individual tournaments that you can go and bowl. There are some championships that you can compete in that have individual events, but generally it's participated as a team sport. And those friendships, that camaraderie, that lifelong companionship that bowling helps to foster and create is really the thing that's most important in my mind about the sport of bowling. I bowled leagues for years with the same teammates, with old college teammates. We still get together and resurrect some of our old college teams at an annual tournament. And bowling gives us that avenue to see those friends and see those people, whether it be once a week at a league or once a year at a tournament, or maybe every few years when a tournament travels to a certain area of the country. But bowling gives us that opportunity, and that's one of my favorite things about the sport that I love and that I've been competing in for over 30 years. One of my favorite things here at Total Bowling Gear is the conversations and the feedback that we have with our customers on a daily basis. My favorite story so far since we've opened this store is from a customer who visits the USBC Open Championships on an annual basis. He's one of these customers that buys, I would say, 3 to 4 bowling balls a year. He buys some small accessories, maybe a new bag or a new pair of shoes occasionally. But generally he would buy a lot of supplies and things when he would go to the USBC Open Championship. It's an interesting point to hear from a customer because it really gives you that impact of how hard it is to find bowling supplies and accessories and shoe pads and all of these other things on an in-stock basis around the country. This customer wants to be able to shop locally, but he simply hadn't been able to until we had this store here. It just told me how hard it is for that customer to find what it is that he wanted on a daily basis from local stores. Before we existed, he said that basically he had to buy a bunch of stuff at the Open Championships on an annual basis because he couldn't find those products anywhere else. And he would have preferred to buy locally, and now he does from us. So it really just gives you some impact and some purpose and give you some insight on what these customers are thinking when they come into the store. My favorite moments here at Total Bowling Gear are when a new customer or a new sales rep or even a professional bowler walks through our door for the first time, and you see that amazement in their eyes and they go, wow, look at this space, look at all this stuff in here, look at how clean and professional it looks. It's really flattering to hear that from all of those groups of people, and it's something that they're saying because they've just never seen a space like this before. And we take a lot of pride in the way that the space looks. We take a lot of pride in it being a retail storefront and not just a simple pro shop in the corner of a bowling center. If you're looking for selection, if you're looking for something different, if you're looking for same-day service, if you're looking for outstanding customer service in a bowling retail place, then we're your store here at Total Bowling Gear.